for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Monday. So, we're going to talk about some reflection and how you can even use that with your meditation practices. So, if you are anything like me, I'm sure when it comes to stressful situations or problems that occur, you can sometimes not be the nicest person to yourself. Now, me, myself, I am very kind. I am generous. I am encouraging. I'm all this stuff to other people. But when it comes to myself, I'm pretty mean. I'm like a mean girl to myself. Like I sit and I tell myself things like, what are you doing? You got other stuff to be doing. Why are you just sitting there? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Oh, you just gonna let that go today? We not doing nothing today? You are wasting your time. Why are you just doing it? You need to be doing this. See, that's why you messing up on that, because you should have been doing it yesterday. This is how I kind of talk to myself in my head on a lot of situations and problems or issues that arise in my life. And so this is something that I personally am working on, and I know you probably have those same issues as well. So because I'm on this self growth journey, I came across a tip, and I really wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's something that will really help me, and if it helps me, then it'll help you, which is also why I say please like, subscribe, and share, because if you get something out of this, chances are somebody else is going to get something out of it too, hence me sharing this with you. So when we talk to ourselves and when we think to ourselves about the issues, problems, stresses that come up in our life, how are we really thinking about that? Are we looking at it as or showing the emotions that are going to be there for you for the rest of your life? Or are you looking at it as just, this is just something that's happening right now? This is just something I'm going through right now. And really, the second one is really how we should be looking at it. I think my dog is about to bark because the mail lady just walked past. But anyway, how we look at ourselves and what we do should be that second part of what I said. So we're more positive and encouraging and looking at it as just, this is just something that's happening right now. This isn't the end of the world. It's not going to just be like, oh my God, this didn't happen. I didn't do this, and now the world is doomed. Okay, we're not that powerful. Okay, we can't do that. So how we look at ourselves and how we talk to ourselves and treat ourselves during these stressful situations actually has an impact on how we handle it and how we cope and deal with it. So one of the things is that when you look at this, really pay attention to how you're feeling. Are you feeling like this is something that is going to be the long term, like this is how it's always going to be? Or is it really, this is just what is right now? And if you think of it more as this is just what is right now, you can actually break it down and conquer it and take care of it and get rid of that stressor a lot easier. Whether that's changing how you're viewing it, changing your emotional status around it, or actually changing to correct a problem or situation. So how you actually feel about that situation or about that stress will determine how you cope with it. So, and that coping starts with how are you looking at it. So let me give you an example. I can give you this. So right now I'm currently unemployed. All right. Everybody knows, yes, I got let go from my job because I wouldn't get the thing in the arm. So I have a new truck that I'm supposed to get. My lease is up on this one. I'm supposed to be getting a new truck, and I was really stressed out about it. Like, this is what my life is going to look like. This is what I'm going to have to go through for the rest of my life. And really, no, this is just a temporary situation. This is just a problem I have right now. And problems are just questions that need answers. And the question is, how am I getting my new truck? And guess what? It wasn't even a problem. I'm just waiting on my truck to come here so I can, switch out my lease. So that's all it is I'm just waiting on my truck to come. That's it. So what I put in my head as this long-term problem is really just something I was going through at the moment. That's it. It's not a long-term issue. It's just a right now thing. And so instead of me stressing myself out to where I have that flight or fight, adrenaline going through my body because I'm stressing over this every single time I'm thinking about it. It's like, oh my God, really, it was just a temporary thing that it was an easy fix. It wasn't even really a problem at all. And I think when we look at things in our lives like that, sorry, alarm. So when we look at things like that in our lives, and we go about it, how are you actually dealing? Is it really something that you're going to have to deal with forever, or is it really just now? And if it's just now, then stop thinking long term and think and focus on what you're doing right now. How you feel about this. What are you telling yourself about the situation? Are you telling yourself that this is horrible and I'm never going to get it done? Or are you telling yourself, we can get this done real easy. Let me do this now. Let me get this out the way right now. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm challenging you, because that was what I used yesterday, but I'm challenging you for real. I'm actually challenging you and myself to be kinder to yourself. Really pay attention to what you're saying. And when you find yourself in a stressful situation or a problem situation, really pay attention to how you're talking to yourself and how you feel about the situation. If this is something that's just temporary, then remember, a problem is just a question that needs an answer. That's it. What is the answer to the question? What is the question first? And then what is the answer to it? Because a lot of times that answer, we make it harder than what it is because of all the emotions and the thoughts that we put around that question to begin with. So be nicer to yourself, be kinder to yourself, love yourself, and just really commune and really pay attention to how you feel when you have these stressors come up or these issues or challenges, whatever it is that comes up. Really pay attention to it and really be kinder to yourself and figure out whether it's something that's going to continue on long term or is this just right now? Because most of the times it's just right now. So that's my message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you got something out of it, please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you got something out of it, chances are somebody else will as well. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.